Hello, beautiful creators, and welcome to day 4 of 30 Days with Ra. And welcome to Demala Universe. Thank you so much for joining us. We trust you've been enjoying the series thus far, and we look forward to what else we uncover as we co-create a powerful healing to the divine masculine energy through this channeling, through this beautiful frequency we are sharing at this time. For it is time for us to truly be full, whole, authentically our truth in this physical realm, and heal the powerful masculine energy through the divine feminine, through the creator energy, as within without indeed. The abundance of you, the love of you, the source of you, spirit of you, your soul manifest in the physical, gloriously, wholly, and fully. Welcome within this existence. And this is the topic for today. Shame. Releasing shame. Releasing the shame of self. Indeed. You are allowed to be. You're allowed to take up space. Your existence is wanted. That is why you are here. We say these words often, and this is to empower you. This is to bring you forth into your truth, into your presence, into source, into your power, into your love, into your clarity. You're allowed to express yourself in any way you simply wish to. As you express yourself within love, you cannot hurt yourself, nor can you hurt another. Thus, free expression of you and free creation of you is a blessing. We have often thought, many beings think of world peace, and they wish to receive this frequency. And we channeled with the frequency of world peace as an energy, and we asked, how would this be possible? And the answer came as clear as day. Well, surely if you leave everybody to their own devices, we would heal all. We asked further, what does this mean? In this world, at this time, when you are born, you are given information. You are told who to be, how to be. You are told what's expected of you. Skin color, gender, hair color, height, sexuality, religion, culture, anything. Even if you have freckles, there's a certain way that society perceives you and a certain way that you be. Red hair, brunette, blonde hair, dark skin, light skin, in-between skin, whatever. Everybody has, you have tattoos, it means you're this way. Ooh, you're this race, it means you're that way. Everybody has this perception. Everybody has this idea. For that is what we are programmed. That is what we are given. That is what we ingest when we are young. When we are young and we're born into this world, you are given all this information as to how to be. We call it the illusions instruction book. The ego, the unawakened ego's instruction book to you. The fruit born of other people's knowledge. And because you take this knowledge in, and because you believe it, and because now it is your truth, you start creating a reality which might or might not be aligned with you, varying degrees. All have different lessons. All have different lessons. So you are born into this culture, into this family, into this tradition, into this society, where some aspects of you, yes, are approved, yay, others not so much, so then you hide them. You hide these experiences, you hide who you are, and you become something else in order for you to fit in order for you to please, in order for you to be a contributing member to society, in order for you to be valid in this experience. Some are born into very low, dense vibrational frequencies, for there is their soul journey and there is their healing. And in that space, they are conditioned that they are quite worthless and useless, and that they are not worthy of being. Some of them might have a completely zero and lackful understanding of self, of body, of love, of self-care. Told they're all alone in the world. Nothing will amount. There's nothing that amounts of people born here. Nothing that amounts of people of your skin color. Nothing that amounts. If you go there, that's lack. If you go there, it's success. If you do that, it's wonderful. If you do that, it's not great. So you keep then changing and twisting in order to please another, little by little stepping away from your soul, stepping away from your truth, stepping away from your love. At soul, at source, you are love. Anything that's not there is the absence of. So now, in the absence of love, naturally you will be inspired through the frequencies, all frequencies, which are absent love. Recklessness, pain, fighting, anger, wars, all of it. The absence of consciousness, the absence of reason, through source, through soul, the absence of love. So should you have been born in an awakened frequency, and this is where we are rising to, this is what we are healing earth to, this is where we are reclaiming. For everywhere else in the universe, within the awakened frequencies, when you're born, you're simply allowed to be whatever and whoever you want to be. We do not name you, we do not direct you, we do not tell you what you are. You are there and, oh, okay, hello, who are you? Show us who you are. That is how we respond to you. Show us who you are. Because you're a divine soul, you are source energy, and you manifested yourself into this physical experience, into this physical world for purpose. So you show us who you are. Thank you so much for coming into this reality to heal us, to teach us. Yes, we will share. Yes, we will teach you. Yes, we will guide you just to keep yourself out of danger, because yes, you are young, you're an infant, and there's certain things that maybe we will guide you not to, go and play in the fire and understand it's hot and stuff like that. But we will not stop you from exploring the magic that could come from the alchemy of fire. So it is a complete releasing and allowing of you to be. And in that world, in that earth, in the higher frequency awakened earth, when you are simply born and you're allowed to be whoever you want to be, regardless of your race, gender, what's going on, you don't get this past that's put upon you. You don't get this culture, tradition, religion that's put upon you. You're not told what is right or what's wrong. You are allowed to govern it through your own higher self, through source. And whatever source does, as source's love, will be within alignment to you. So you end up allowing yourself love, because now what you want to do, what brings happiness to you, is allowed. Nobody says, no, that's for boys, that's for girls, that's for this race, that's for that race, that's for this social income, that's for that social income. Nobody judges what you do. That's intelligent, that's not this, that is that, useless, that's useful. Nobody judges. Whatever brings you joy, go for it. Whatever brings you happiness, of course. Whatever brings you love, yes. So you end up loving who you are. Loving who you are so much because nobody needs you to be anything other than who you are. Thus, fascinating. I'm allowed to be anybody I want to be, anything I want to be. I'm allowed to do that which pleases me. That means I don't need to change for anyone. So nobody needs to change for me. Leave everybody to their own. Everybody to their own manifestations. Everybody to their own frequency. Everybody to their own wanderings. World Peace said, everybody just leave everyone alone to pause, to come back home to self. If everybody just allowed everyone to be from day one. From day one. Nobody would need anybody to change for them. You would love who you are, thus you would understand who you are, what you are. You would allow your frequency, your soul, your source to permeate each and every single experience of your physical reality. You will feel the connectedness with you and others and Mother Earth, Gaia, and this frequency and this realm. You will never hurt anyone, for you never hurt yourself. You would never be reckless and hurtful and cause anybody suffering and abusive, for you would never do that to yourself. There would be nothing that demands you to release your place of well-being. Thus, you will never be inspired to release your place of well-being. Thus, you would never inspire to release anybody from their place of well-being. And this is how you now reclaim your power and release shame. Because that is the biggest creation of, hi, you're born into this reality, let's give you all this information, create this way, don't do anything that way. Anything you want, don't do. Everything you have to do, yes, do. So now what happens? You will feel ashamed for expressing your truth, ashamed for looking how you want to look, for dressing as you want to look, for expressing yourself as you want to express yourself, for doing what you want to do, the career, the relationship, the expression, the honoring of source. It's all up to you how you honor source, how you wish to co-create your frequency, how you wish to exist, you see. And should you just be left to your own devices? And Spirit is saying it's time for you to leave yourself to your own devices, to stop micromanaging yourself, to stop denying yourself, to stop postponing to you out of guilt and out of shame. As you honor your truth completely and authentically, and you allow yourself to be open. Yes, at first it's raw, because now you feel every single person, and your first reflex and impulse is to close up again. And Spirit says, no, stay open, stay open, stay open, stay open, stay open. When you're open to that effect, when you're open to that frequency, you command, you demand that only beings who are open in that frequency can co-create with you. Thus, only beings within love can meet you, can see you, can create with you, can bump into you, can SMS you, can email you, can WhatsApp you, can communicate with you, can send smoke signals to you, can connect with you. Only those within the frequency of your honoring are there. Everything honors you. So as you truly honor who you are, open, 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 you raise your frequency. As you raise your frequency, you only align with those who allow that frequency. Yes, it takes great bravery to do so. It takes great courage to do so. But great reward comes from those who honor their divine truth. Yes, you will see the truth of everyone around you, not as punishment, not for fear, but for you to see, oh, if I'm in my truth and the environment is really not serving me, the environment is fearful, it's horrible, perhaps it's time that I leave this environment, and trust that as I gravitate to environments which are more pleasing, which are more allowing, which are more pleasant, I will succeed. And yes, it might mean I need to leave these people, this family, this experience, this work. But I'm gravitating towards my soul. I'm gravitating towards love. And I'm not ashamed of that anymore. I am myself for me. I'm not myself to prove a point to you. Resistant. I'm not myself so that you can have an effect, so that you can feel something. Resistant. I am me for me, not for you. We're here to discover who we are, to express who we are within love, and then organically, of course, we can be so much for you and so much to you. But it begins with the frequency of our experiencing for who we are, for what we are, for the love we are, unashamedly, unapologetically. The Divine Masculine says, far too long has the Divine Masculine energy within you been ashamed of the Divine Feminine energy, thought it weak, thought it powerless, thought it unnecessary, thought it a weakness. That was the biggest one, a weakness, a shameful thing without value. The Divine Feminine is the Divine Creator. It is power. The Divine frequency of the Divine Feminine is power beyond measure, courage and strength, abundance and prosperity. It's the truth of you. It's the core of you. And in honoring the core of you, thus the Divine Masculine can honor the core of you. As within, without. The physical honors the soul space within. Open your soul space unashamedly. Then you will feel the impulse to dye your hair pink, get a tattoo, cut your hair short, change the job, release the relationship. You'll be inspired to all of these things that are leading you away from the oppression and the restriction. Everything that kept you closed is released. Everything that allows you, that celebrates you being open, is then brought in to keep you within your frequency of love, the celebration of you, the honoring of you. For you are source energy. We honor you within the openness of who we are, by honoring ourselves within the truth and the authentic power, grace, and love that we are. We are unashamedly who we are, Source says. Your guides, whoever your spiritual team is, they say, one and all, we are unashamedly who we are. We honor our truth. We honor our existence. Everything around you does. Look at how the chair you sit upon honors its existence as a chair. If it were to falter, you would have fallen already. All honors its existence. And it's time for humanity to honor their existence unashamedly. Release the shame of you. You have always been divine. You have always been love. Release the shame of you. You have always been wise, and the wisdom is born of your happiness, of your truth, of what thrills you. You do not have to do what another asks you to do for you to be wise and intelligent. No, that is false. That is living under their delusion, under their illusion. That is honoring another God other than yourself. You are God Force creators. You are source energy. You are power. You are love. And as you honor who you are, express yourself fully in that situation, in whatever experience. We as Velastri have felt this, where we would walk in the middle of the busiest street, and in the middle of town, in Cape Town. I don't know if you would know Kloof Street. Anybody who's in Cape Town or those who visit, Kloof Street is a beautiful place where there are coffee shops, and there's then there's shops, and just it's a lovely walk and a nice energy. I have found it quite pleasant to walk down there, and there are a few trees there, and there's a particular tree which calls to us, and in that busyness we felt this tree call. We have words with you, Velastri. The tree called to us, very feminine energy. We have words from Sirius for you, Velastri. Came a second calling, and we were walking thinking, okay, it's quite busy. There's a police officer right there, a traffic officer giving tickets and stuff, so we are just going to walk across, hold on to this tree, and just, yes, why not? We heard, I'm like, okay. Went across, held the tree, and boom, we were stuck there. And when we mean stuck, we mean stuck. We could not dislodge until the frequency was complete. And we realized, we could be here for a while. Then we heard, you have all the time in the world. You have nothing booked this afternoon, do you? I'm like, no, so where's the rush? And we heard our guides playfully, ticklishly say this. I'm like, okay. And then came, but universe, we have a bag on our back, we have our phone in the pocket. And they're like, you're so safe. You know you're safe, Velastri. Why do you think anybody would dare touch you or remove any item off you? You understand that when you raise your frequency, that only those rather who are in that frequency can reach you, can touch you, can even see you. Everybody else you're invisible to. Okay. And you're divinely protected. You are surrounded by a fleet of angels. Nothing will happen to you. This beautiful tree said, okay. Then we just surrendered and connected, and we were in this beautiful trance, visuals and words and sensations and movements and healings. It was the very first time we had connected with the tree energy so in such a focused manner. This was about 2 to 3 years ago. And of course, ripples of self-consciousness came through. What are people thinking? People think I'm crazy. I'd hear my mind going on. And then I'd hear my other, the grounded source, my ego, the unawakened ego, my mind. And what are people going to think? What are people going to say? Look at me. What if somebody who knows me is passing and they hear me chanting light language to this tree? They're going to think I'm crazy. Look at how I'm dressed. I'm also having feathers. I'm holding a feather. You know, of all the days to hold a feather and a stick in my mind. And then source, my true self, was like, and so what? Who cares? Why do you need to be a certain form for people to accept you? Why would you want to speak to those people in the first place? And isn't it wonderful to know that those who do stop by, those who would come and speak to you, are those who understand exactly what you're doing? Isn't that delicious? Don't you want to honor your frequency so much so that only those who actually get it can come into your space? Not that we judge all the others, we enjoy all frequencies, but oh, isn't it a breath of fresh air to attract someone you don't have to explain yourself to, who simply just knows? Yes, that is lovely. That is wonderful. And we unashamedly communicated with that tree. We were ourselves. As we left the beautiful connection, it looked like not a single person looked in our way, and we were there for about 20 minutes. Okay, not a single person looked our way. It felt everything was normal. We expected, I don't know what we had visualized, people gawking, people staring, people surrounding, people taking videos. Nobody cared. And Spirit was like, it's not that nobody cares, it's simply nobody notices. Only if you had walked past the tree, ignored our call because you were too self-conscious, you would have attracted 20 people who would have been staring at the feather and the stick in your hand, because now you are literally reacting to the expression of shame or guilt or embarrassment of self. But because you honored yourself and your truth, well, you're not attracting those who would be disturbed by you minding your own business, communicating with Mother Earth Gaia. So be unashamedly who you are. When Spirit inspires you, when Source Energy inspires you, even in public, not every moment is a healing moment. So you'll know when it's inspired, and you'll know when you feel you have to. If you think you have to do it, don't do it. If you think you should do it, don't do it. If you think, oh, I feel bad, so don't do it. Oh, I feel anxious, so don't do it. Oh, guilty, don't do it. Self-conscious, don't. If you're feeling, if it's something that does not feel pleasant, no. But inspired action, oh, that always feels at ease. That's like breathing. You feel uncomfortable not doing it. That's the one. And as you do that, as you allow yourself to simply be completely free and open in your space, in your power, in your voice, in your being, move mountains. You create worlds. Do not be ashamed of your frequency. Do not be ashamed of the expression of you. Do not be ashamed of the divine feminine within you, the authentic power of you, the truth of you, your creator energy. Do not be ashamed of that which brings you love and joy and happiness. Do not be ashamed of that which allows you to be. You're allowed to exist. Your existence is wanted. That is why you are here. Let go of shame. You are a pleasure, a treasure, a wonder, a love to behold. Blessed be.